Hello, my friends. How is everybody today on this Thursday? So I don't have a whole lot that we can talk about because I wasn't home. And to be honest, I don't think I've tried quite as much. There was something I just thought of that I tried that I will remember by the time I get to the next slide. I do like this. I'll show that in just a second. But I thought I have some things I want to film after this, so I thought we could just do a quick little eye look together. All right, I remembered. I have been able to use this multiple times now. And of course, I've been able to wear it. I like it. I like it a lot. And I also like, first of all, what is even setting this apart is I've had it long enough to store it this way. And I've probably, how long have I had this? Let's say 2 weeks. Let's say a little under, just so y'all don't ever catch me fibbing. By now, my NYX one, not the other ones that I use, but my NYX one leaks. So that is already an advantage. And I'm about to draw some more hair here so you can see. The second thing, I really and truly think that this is the tiniest little applicator I've ever seen. Another thing is I like how many colors there are, but also I feel like they got the colors a lot better this time. So if you try, I want to shut it because we don't want to just leave it open the whole time. But if you ever tried the old formula from ABH, I found that one to be a little off in color, and I was gifted all of the shades and I was able to kind of go through them. And I just felt like the colors weren't as true as the name. And then some of the lighter shades would even turn a little green. So I'm really grateful for this reformulation and the redo all over. So I really like it. So that's the wrong end. Oh, also, I like that they didn't try to just do a gel on the other end because I'm very particular with my gel. And normally it's so rare that I like the gel that's on the other end as much as I like the pen. So I like that they did a spoolie because I'm all about that spoolie softening. I just needed a couple hairs up here. And I'm using the shade Chocolate Brown. And normally I go more taupe, but I feel like this is just a really good shade for my hair. Also, please, I'm holding it very far back. That's still very important. Oh yeah, that already looks better. What else did I want to tell you about it? I just feel like it's very easy to use. As long as you're holding it very far back like I am, that really does make a difference. Let's see here. Put a couple more here. I even like it because I can move my hair around because I already have brow gel on. And I'll do a full brow tutorial, but I just wanted to take this time to kind of talk about it for just a second and just let you know that I really like it. There's a lot of updates here that needed to happen. Next thing, love this. I'm not sure if you saw my reel. I will see if I can, I'll just throw it in the next slide if you want to go watch it so you can watch it in action. It's really cool. For me, I'm still going to set my face. I'm actually going to use a little less powder, which I really like, but I would still set my face because I find that anytime that we add wet, which this is going to come out wet, yes, it's going to dry down to a powder, but it's still going to come out wet. And if I put wet on top of wet foundation, I'm not sure I can predict your outcome. So what I want you to do if you're interested in this is just do your face like you normally do it, but just scale back your powder a whisper. Scale it back. So we are going to be using less of that, and that's a really good thing. And then this is just such a light powder once it dries. I really think you're going to like it. 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬. It's been out a little over a week, and I am just the positive response, the absolute just squawking from the rooftops of y'all loving this. Thank you. This is the 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬, just so you can see the size difference. I'm so happy. And I even feel that it's such a unique perspective. I'm going to talk like this. Y'all have to take me seriously. It's a unique perspective that I have and the way that I get to kind of design brushes because I'm able to try so many different formulas. So I'm able to be like, hey, you know what this formula and popular formulas at the time? Now the only thing is I feel like this fiber is just going to just be relevant for the rest of its fiber life. I don't know what level of innovation we're gonna need to go into, but I will go into it, okay? But I just think it's really fun that I have this ability to make brushes with really popular formulas, so proud of this one. And because I swear we just have like one brush left on that daggum website and on Amazon, I'm so grateful. But restock, October. And I'll be able to tell you the official date, probably not this coming week, but the week after that, I can give you an official date, but 100% October. Now this here's a repurchase. I thought this might be fun. I love these. Okay, this is the second time I've repurchased them. It's basically, I don't use these in my everyday because they're micellar water pads, but I do feel that if you travel a lot, and I know that these are designed for, it says they're makeup removing cleansing pads formulated for blemish prone skin. I would kind of do this as a last step in my makeup removal. I wouldn't just use these. I am very diligent with my double cleansing, and we're all different. Please, if you do just want to use these, I'm just telling you how think of me as your aunt or your big sister, maybe even a mom vibes, okay? I just kind of give you ideas. I'm not here to tell you you're doing anything wrong. But the way that I use them is I like to use them when I travel because I don't like the way the plane makes my face feel, even though I'm not wearing makeup. So so these stay in my travel bag. They just stay there, just hanging out, waiting on me. Now the next thing I have not tried, but we're gonna at least take a little gander, and then I'm going to film an eye look that will be posted tomorrow with this. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's look at it together. I took a gander, but I haven't used it, and that's what I'm gonna do today, along with, I have to film a video for Elemis. This is the one I was sent, okay? And you know what? I'm not mad. I haven't even touched these, okay? I saved all the touching for y'all. That is gorgeous. Where were these made? I'm excited. Ooh, Italy. All right, let's swatch it here. I'm not gonna swatch the whole palette. Again, I'm gonna hop off and film. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, looking forward to this, and I'm actually in the mood for a cool tone look, so it's absolutely perfect. Now, I was sent the sheet to fill it out. These were sent to me, but y'all know I'm all about supporting artists and brands, and you know I'm #1 supporter here. So I will be buying different shades because I think some of the ones that were selected weren't my first pick because some of them are gonna be too light. That's really, really pretty. So there's one of the lip liners. This is retractable. What is the shade? Create the Shape is the shade of that. And then I was sent, so these are gonna be different. This is an eye pencil, kind of a classic wood clenched one. Ooh, that's a really pretty color. Oh, I like that color a lot. This is also an eye pencil in brown. And then we also have this eye kohl, this one as well. Just double checking. No, this is the long wear eyeliner. Okay, so this is going to be the same as, okay, no, this is different. This one is also retractable, and this is in the plastic. The lip liner's in the plastic. And then, yeah, this is the shade Along the Lash Line. That is so creamy. That was a nice glide. That is, look at how dark. I'm very excited for that, and that's gonna be so nice with our look. And then, these I'm a little skeptical about, only in shade. No, that'll work for me. That'll work for me. That's beautiful shade. Born from Beauty, that's that shade. Just a very classic tangerine. Very excited about that color. Not actually gonna eat makeup. I advise against that. And then this is the one, the bronzer. I feel like that bronzer, depending on how pigmented it is, it might not work for me. But this is the shade Straightforward. I'm gonna give this a nice little swatch. I also love the packaging. It just feels very familiar in a really good way. Oh, that's soft. She's a soft one. I'm just afraid that that's not going to be dark enough. We shall see. I don't know, that might work. Especially if I apply it on a really wet surface, then I could get more pigment out of it. like it. I think it's going to be really, really nice, especially with where we're headed. Only thing I don't like, and this is, oh my gosh, it's so personal. It is not anything against the formula. I don't love this color lipstick, and this is the one that was selected for me. I just don't like on me. Okay, let me have a little bit of an opinion. I don't like this color. I'm going to try to wear this color because I'm very excited. But that is just, that is a luscious, super high pigment, delightful formula, but my least favorite lipstick color. I was saying it's my least favorite color on me. Maybe it'll grow on me. But I'm going to buy more. Y'all know, I love to support. But I'm grateful that I'm sent these things. It is still so amazing. I just want to let you know. Do you know how, and this is never any negativity towards other people that are in the realm of what I do, but I get so excited that I still don't let packages pile up. Even while I'm gone, I'll have my mom FaceTime me and open them, and we open them together, and I get so excited because I'm still so grateful, and I just really love makeup. I love it. I love, 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 love it. I love the textures of it. I love the feeling of it. I love the transformation of it. So that's why after all of these years, I don't let my PR pile up and try to do PR unboxings. I also feel like sometimes they can make people feel a certain way. So that's another reason. Like it would just be very sad for you to watch me get all of these things, which to be honest, as I've continued this, I don't get what you might think that I get. I get a lot and I'm very grateful, but I just remember being younger, and then watching these huge PR hauls, and with as pure as I try to keep my heart and I try to keep all the yucky out of it, I remember it would still be like, dang, that would be nice to have that. So that's another reason I don't just show all the things that I get, in case you've ever wondered. Now, I think that that is everything that I have been loving. Yeah, because we've talked about other stuff last Thursday. So instead of just saying goodbye right now, let's just do a quick little eye look together. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're on TikTok. I've seen some of it here, but everyone is talking about how this palette doesn't work for them the way that they want it to work for them. And I've always enjoyed it. And the only factor I can think of is and this is, I'm not even going to tag, I don't even think it's in stock. But what I'm thinking is, I think it's the fiber of the brush. Maybe this was designed with synthetic fibers in mind. I don't know. I was going to use it today, and I'm not even going to talk about the brushes anymore. In fact, I just said synthetic fiber, but that being said, let's use it because I've always liked it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm the problem. I don't know. Let's do a look. So we'll just start with some clean canvas and a C31. Let's get this really, really smooth across the eye. Whenever I use this base instead of any other base, it's because I want the most true color payoff. I also just feel like this formula, as long as it's really spread out across the lid, it just grabs shadow so beautifully, and it holds it, of course. And then if you've ever wondered why I don't use concealer, a lot of times, especially these newer formulas, and even the older formulas, I remember trying to use Shape Tape as an eye primer and it never would work for me. And that's because of dry times effect. And this just doesn't dry down. You set it as you go. I'm gonna lay down a wash of color, and I think this is also one of the reasons is we can all have different techniques, and there's products that work for everybody's techniques. But this specific palette always lent itself to my technique, which is I take a brush, an E28, and it's flatter than kind of your average blending brush. And then my technique is to always kind of push product on because I just feel like it's so smooth. So I think that's why I'm picking up more, which is completely something normal. I think that's why I enjoy it. Again, I'm not trying to tell you we need it. There's just been a lot of talk about it, and I'm trying to figure out why I enjoy it and have never had issues. So I think we're on to technique. First it was brushes, now it's technique, and it just lends itself to this kind of soft press. That way it doesn't get patchy, and that looks pretty much like it does in the palette. Actually, it was brush, base, and then technique. That's where we're at right now. Same thing on this side. And do you see how this base is creasing? That's exactly what I want. I don't want it to set. Don't do that. Because then I'm trying to put a powder on top of something that's already dried down, and that can lead to patchiness. And also, because I'm taking time and pressing this into that base, guess what else is going to happen? No creasing. My eyeshadow, I don't remember the last time my eyeshadow did crease. Very soft, very pretty. Now, the one thing I will say about this palette is I think, and this is a good thing, in my opinion, I think, and a lot of artists also do this. Patrick Ta has done it, Mario has done it, there are other brands. When we think about working makeup artists, the first brand that comes to mind is Viseart. They have probably, and I cannot confirm, but I just know as an artist that Viseart is something that is typically in everyone's makeup bag. So I feel like it was a benchmark. And to me, and with the Viseart shadows, they are wildly pigmented. And sometimes that can almost be too much for, I know this is sold in Sephora, so I'm just gonna say the Sephora consumer. So I feel like this is a dialed back version of Viseart. And I'm good with that because sometimes even Viseart pigment can take me into a different realm. Okay, it can take me into a very artistic, wild, I've gone feral realm. So I feel that when I'm just wanting to do a cute little casual makeup look, this is a really great palette. And now I'm just going to take that color and start to blur the top part. Not all the way to the brow, just kind of blurring. I mean, you see that, it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful blur. And then I will take this shade, just a wisp, and that'll go on the highest point. Meep, meep, meep. It's actually what goes on in my head. You want to do a really soft cut crease? I feel like we haven't done one in 1,000 years. And you know what? You might have said no, and I respect your no, but I really want to do it. I'm going to take some more of clean canvas. You see how I have my eye open? That way I can take it over the fold. And that's basically the idea of a cut crease. Just focus on this for a second. Can you imagine if we had brushes in stock? It's become a running joke at this point. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. And then, see all that? Whoa, that was hidden. Get over here. And then I'm just gonna perfect it a little bit more, but it helps to get your shape with your eye open. I'm just gonna keep doing this and perfecting until it runs out, but I'm pretty much almost done. All right, now I'm just gonna smooth this out. C31 is gonna get it nice and smooth. And then, what color are we gonna do on our lid? Let's do this one. We really want to load the brush up for that lid color, and then I'm just going to set it. Nice. And then we'll melt the edges in a second. I'm going to put that same color in here too. Then I'm just going to take an E27. I'll just take the dark brown and I'll just push that into my lash line. Don't forget, all of this under here can get cleaned up. Done. And this is why I said don't worry about it, because then I just take my micellar water and I just start to shape it. Wipe it on Sheila. Did y'all see my story the other day with the clean Sheila? That was from The Office. Oh, bless you, Mama. Mama's over there sneezing. Anyways, it was so funny to see that thing clean. So then I just grabbed an E26 and I wanted to darken this a little bit more, just right underneath there. And we're good to go. This is fun. Y'all know I'm on this Prada mascara kick because I love that it's basically a lash comb when you put on mascara. And then I think I had seen this 𝗕𝗲 one before. I feel like I have, but I bought it and it's similar but even more aggressive. Let's try it. I am gonna curl my lashes. Let me give them a little curl. Let's try it out. I like how little it takes out of the product. Now this is just the way I've come to do mascara. I feel like it's a little more tricky because it is so curved. Did I just do that? Yep, see, I'm not used to it. Although I don't know if that's, I feel like it's a little too curved, my friends. I feel like it's very, very awkward. Maybe this way? That's not how I normally do it though. I feel like there's a little learning curve. Pun intended. I'm gonna do the other eye with Prada just to look at it. I'm not being sassy. I just really and truly, that's what I automatically want to do. But I do feel the little teeth and I like that. Now let's put on the Prada. Now automatically, I just feel like this has less of a learning curve. And I just like this formula so much because I feel like it's not really heavy. Look, you see it. I'm not even gonna hoot anymore. I'm just working on the tips now. It's just so good. It's so fluffy too. Now, mascara is so personal. It really and truly is. And it's always hard for me to be like, no, this is the best mascara. You have to have it, because you could buy it and absolutely hate it. But for me in this moment, this is not working for me. Okay. I should have just went with what I had. Because look at that. That's nice. And that's just barely curled. That wasn't even my full curl, and it certainly isn't my after curl. You know how I powder this and then curl? So I'm gonna stick to this. These are my Lily lashes, self-adhesive lashes. This is the Style Go Getter. I'm just gonna let it sit there. It's not fully clamped, even though it looks kind of decent because it's already learned my eye shape. Still needs to sit there for just a second and kind of remember where it went. Then I'm pushing it or clamping it. And then I've been waiting just a second for all of that to kind of do what it needs to do. And I do want to tell you, I'm warming it up on my hand, and even to make it really nice and pliable, even though I've worn these a couple times, I just kind of wake it up by giving it a couple taps. I love these so much. And these aren't even the half lashes. Oh, it's stuck to my hand in a good way. So if you're thinking about trying them, and if you've never tried them before, I would recommend the half lashes first. All right, now this has had some more time. See how it's not on there? That was okay, because I want to just peel it back a hair, just a whisper. Then I want to make contact with the skin. I was saying before it cut off, I kind of let it make contact with my skin there, and then I pinch it and it just kind of swings around and goes exactly where I want it. There you go. All right, my friends. I know it was a little weird today, and I do apologize, but I just haven't tried as much because I haven't been home. And I also just try to be mindful of bombarding you with what, especially with new products. I don't want to just be like, oh, I really did love this. Even though I do love it, I don't want you to feel like, gotta go buy it. Even with this stuff, I'm just very excited because I love artist brands, and Hung is a friend of mine, and I just love his perspective when it comes to makeup. So I'm excited to see this, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be something that we all just need to run and scream and buy. We can run and scream, but we don't always need to buy. I do like running and screaming. But I hope you know that I love you with all of my heart. I don't even want to tell you what I gotta do next week. I don't want to tell you, you're gonna get mad at me. I'm going to try to pre-film as much as I can. But I will say when I'm in New York, that's where I have to go. It's all business. And no, it's not Fashion Week fun stuff. It's actually work stuff. Just behind the scenes stuff, things that I do. I'm not much of, even with makeup, I'm not inside the Fashion Week world. So they call me Sideline Sally over here. I thought I would spring that on you right now. But like I said, I'm going to try to pre-film as much as I can. And I have a couple videos that I need to film before I leave. It's a good life. I'm very grateful. I just get to film makeup tutorials. It's all I ever dreamed of. And then I have a bunch of friends that like the makeup with me. Honestly, for me, this is a dream come true. Just thought I'd tell you that. All right, I love you with all of my heart. I'm not going to post today. But if you need me, you know where to find me. I love you. Bye for now.